No. According to lesson, that's okay. Let them laugh. Okay, we're doing subtraction facts. Remember, subtraction is take away. Take away. Minus. Less. Now we could also say more, because if we have a number that's less, then we could say that the number that it was taken from was more. Okay, take away and subtract. Okie dokie. Now, we started with 12, so let's do 11 today. Okay, 11 minus 11 is what? Nothing, because you're taking away. 11 take away 10 is what? You have 1. 11 take away 9 equals 2. 11 take away 8 equals 3. 11 take away 7 equals 4. 11 take away 6 equals 5. 11 take away 5 is 6. 11 take away 4 equals 7. 11 take away 3 equals 8. 11 take away 2 equals 9. 11 take away 1 equals 10. 11 take away 11, no, I'm sorry, take away 0 equals 11. All right, so what you're doing is you're going backwards and forwards. If you take away going backwards 11 down to 0, then your answers, you see they're the same. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now the answers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just the opposite. This and this are the same. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Now, let's start counting. Oh, let's see if we can go up to 250 by 5s. Well, let's do 10s first of all. I'm going to start from 100. I'm not going to start from 0 to 100 by 10s, okay? Let's start from 100, okay? All right, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, and 250. All right, that's by counting by 10s. All right, let's count from 100 to 200 by 5s. Okay, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120, 125, 130, 135, 140, 150. Oh, I'm sorry, 145. I'm listening to my dog there. 150, 155, 160, 165, 170, 175, 180, 185, 190, 195, 200. All right, now, this is by 10s, this is by 5s. All right? It would be the same thing, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and so on. The only thing is you have a 3-digit place because you're talking about hundreds. Okay? Alrighty, now let's erase this. Okay, now let's go. If the number is 113, what number goes before 113? Well, by ones. This is by ones. So the only thing we're worried about is this. This will stay the same. So 1 less is 100 what? What comes right before 13? 12. All right. Now, we're only concerned about the ones column, so this stays the same. What number is one more than 3? 4. So this is in the middle. 113, 112 is before, 114 is one after. Okay, let's try a higher number, see if it makes any difference. Okay, we're still doing ones. All right, we're talking about this number. Okay, these two numbers stay the same, we're only doing it by ones. So what number comes right before 8? 7. Okay, let's go one number after. This stays the same because we're only changing the ones. What number comes after 8? 9. All right, now let's try 10 more. Now we're going to do it by tens. What was the other number I just erased from 258? Okay, now, we are looking at the tens. This is the tens. We're going to do 10 more. So we're going to keep the 1, and we're going to keep the 3 the same. What is 1 less? Nothing. 1 less from 1 is nothing. Okay? Now let's look at this. We keep the 3, we keep the 1, but we're looking at the tens. What is 1 more than 1? 2. All right? So 113, 10 less, you're taking 10 away. So you don't have to subtract. I mean, you could do it this way if you want. Minus 10. You could do it this way. 3 take away 0 is 3, 1 take away 1 is nothing, 1 take away 1 is nothing. But you don't have to. You just look at the tens column and do 1 less. And 1 less from 1 is nothing because you have nothing to start with. All right, if you're doing 1 more, what's the next number after 1? 2. All right, let's look at 258. We're looking at the tens. So we can keep the 2 and the 8. This is the number we're looking at. What is 1 less than 5? 4. Okay, now let's go. We keep the 2 and the 8 because we're only dealing with 10. What is 1 more than 5? 6. So 248, 258, 268. All right, now let's do it by hundreds. By 100s. It's 103 and 258. Let's do it again. All right. Now, we're dealing with hundreds, so this is the only number we have to worry about, the third digit of the hundreds. All right, so we keep the 13. What is 100 less? 100 less from 1. What is 1 take away 1? 1 less than 1? Nothing. 1 take away 1 is nothing, so it's 13. All right, now let's look here. We keep the 13. What is 1 more than 1? 2. All right, let's look at this one. Okay, we keep the 58. What is 1 less than 2? 1. What is 1 more than 2? We keep the 58 because we're dealing with the hundreds. Okay? So 13 and 100 more is 113, 100 more is 213. Then it would be 313. It would be 413. That's hundreds. All right, 158, 258, 358, 458, 558, that's 100 more, okay? All right, let's take a look at our measuring things. All right, we know that we measure things with by using scales. There are different kinds of scales. There are scales that the doctor uses in his office that has a slide where you step on something and he slides to figure out what you weigh, and then there is something that, a little metal bar that if the metal bar stays straight, you've got your right weight. If it goes down, then you're very heavy and you need to raise it so that it stands right in the middle. If it goes up, it means you need to add more weight to the little gauge that it has. The easiest thing to do is to weigh yourself on a bathroom scale because it has the number. Okay, now here we have a scale, and now my scale is a little bit backwards. I have it on, actually it's not even really working because it's supposed to be on 0. There it is. Okay, the 0 is not straight up and down. Okay, so if I put these two bars on here, what does it read? Can you see, Pam, what does it read?
About 2 ounces.
About 2 ounces? Mm-hmm. Okay, now, if I take some of those little cubes off, will the measurement, will the weight go down or up?
Down.
All right, it will go down, it will be less. If I add more of those cubes, will my weight go up or down?
Up.
All right, it will go up. So, but it's so tiny to see. I'm going to try to get a scale, a balance scale, so that you can see better, but due to the circumstances, it was even hard to get this. But anyway, the whole point is that the heavier an object is, the more it's going to weigh. The lighter it is, the less it's going to weigh. And if you have a balance scale, remember I told you that when I was young, I used to play on the seesaw. And to keep the seesaw, which was a wooden board, and somebody sat on either end, for it to be level means that both people would have to weigh the same. If one person was too heavy, then the heavier person would go down and the lighter person would be on the top, just like a scale. So what you're going to do on page 291 is just take a look, and this is just a matter of using your head. And if something is even, that means that both objects will weigh the same. And then if it's tilted, the heaviest object is on the top and the lighter one is on the bottom. So I think you could do pages 291 and 292, and then there is review of the subtraction with 11 that we just finished. So that is your math lesson, 291 and 292. So please, children, have your parents look at the comments that I make every time you turn something in. I usually make a comment that it's good, okay, that I've seen it. Remember, a lot of the things that we do in class, so it should not take you so long. I might have some extra worksheets for you, but I couldn't get into the church on the day that I wanted to. Nobody was there. I might have a few extra phonics pages. Now also, I turned out some book report pages for you, but I haven't gotten any book reports either. That's another thing we have to look at. I don't know if you picked up those pages from the crate by the ProCare setup, but you remember, you can read books online and you can read some books in your house, but first do the work that I've assigned you: spelling tests, science, social studies, Bible. I want your reads. Very important for me to hear you read. Try to read the latest story that we've done together. Okay, God bless you and keep you.